Hi, St. Mary's Springs Academy. This is Mr. Kelnoffer coming to you from his office here on the ledge at St. Mary's Springs Academy. I pray and hope all of you are having a wonderful school year and are getting ready for spring. A couple weeks ago in the e-ledger, a parent communication went out depicting that we'll be going to standards-based grading in the future. Inside that parent communication stated that we'll be having video sessions every so often through the e-ledger regarding standards-based grading and our mind shift to get us to standards-based grading as we start our journey together. This is the first installment of our videos series for standards-based grading. Hopefully you're all ready for the ride and buckle up. Here we go. We'll start by asking ourselves a couple questions as we think about standards-based grading, and we also think about traditional grading. The first question I would like to ask is, why have we used percentages and letter grades in the past? Is it because that's just something we've always done as education started? And if that's the case, is there a better way? What do traditional grades and percentages really communicate to us? Is the outcome a letter or a grade, or does it communicate learning that has happened in the classroom? How do they help other teachers and parents know what children know and what can they do? As we think about traditional grading, let's take a peek at what is standards-based grading. Standards-based grading can be depicted in these 6 pillars. The first one, standards-based grading, is a means of assessing student work based on clearly defined criteria and using specific course rubrics to hit learning targets. Number 2, it uses a process and progress as a path to critical thinking and understanding. Standards-based grading develops meaningful formative assessments at home or in class practice that is not factored in to the course grade, with timely feedback as practice for mastery of skill without penalty. Standards-based grading allows students to take ownership of their learning while establishing trust between student and teacher. Awards, level of achievement that students accomplish over the duration of the course based on summative assessments. Summative assessments are unit assessments opportunities demonstrate the learning objectives as described by the specific course rubrics assigned with the content area. And last but not least, standards-based grading requires students' self-reflection and self-awareness. Standards-based grading classrooms, students can focus on mastery and understanding without constantly worrying about getting the most points. They become more motivated to really comprehend the material. So eventually, you'll hear less questions like, will this be graded? And more questions that will help them gain deeper understanding of the skills and concepts they're learning. And then with that as well, they'll be able to have application of the skills and concepts that are learning. Then you might ask, why? Why standards-based grading? The finest educators consider it professional malpractice to not change when they learn new and better ways of doing their work. Not changing because we don't have the knowledge to do so is ignorance. So we haven't changed yet because we didn't know of standards-based grading. Choosing not to change when we do have this knowledge and tools to do so is negligence. By choosing standards-based grading, we're looking at different outcomes for teachers, learners, and parents. Let's go through a couple of those right now. Teachers will clearly identify learning targets to meet individual learner needs. They'll address gaps in learning and allows all learners to progress at his or her pace. The first bullet point goes to what you might have been seeing in the LLG or the Ledger Learning Guide, where you can see students and the I can statements that are written in the Ledger Learning Guide. The outcomes for the learners. Learners actively participate in the learning process by identifying learning targets he or she is working towards proficiency. The learners are empowered to own his or her own learning experience because it is their journey and we're there to support them as parents and teachers. The parent outcomes. Clear learning targets enable parents to assist their child in meeting learning goals. This empowers meaningful conversations between parents and teachers with a common purpose and clear direction for the educational growth of the child. All of these things empower those conversations because of the rubrics and the communication and the self-reflection the student has. So the parents, teachers, and learners could all work together to travel a path to have learning happening for each and every child. Standards-based grading is based on the principle that grades are not about what students earn, they're about what the students learn. That is our biggest mind shift as we think about standards-based grading. We're going to worry less about what we earn and really focus on the learning that'll be happening in our classrooms and the journey our students are on in their learning journey towards a brighter future to become global leaders for tomorrow. Thanks for spending some time with me today to learn just a little bit about standards-based grading today. Please keep tuned to the e-ledger as I'll have more video sessions as the e-ledgers come out in the coming weeks. Thank you, and if you have any questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to call, ask, or email, and I'm here to journey with you as we learn more about standards-based grading. Bye!